everyone, welcome to BikeWale. I am Prateek and this is the Royal Enfield's new Hunter 350. It is accessible, affordable and extremely customizable. Now the whole point of bringing a motorcycle like this into the Indian market is obviously make lots of money, but at the same time, give a lot of Indians, I'm talking about college goers, working professionals or even senior citizens for that matter, give them a motorcycle that is stylish, easy to ride and has a 350cc engine. Now with these things in mind, Royal Enfield developed the Hunter 350. It's the third motorcycle that is based on the J platform, the Meteor 350 and the Classic 350, the first two ones. Now we have ridden this motorcycle for over 500 kilometers the last 2 days and we'll tell you exactly whether you should buy the Hunter 350 or go for a more matured motorcycle like the Meteor or a Classic 350. But before we continue, please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe to BikeWale. I think I'm just going to say it. The Royal Enfield Hunter 350 is one cool looking motorcycle. And I think it's due to its minimalistic design language. I mean, if you look at the motorcycle, it doesn't have a lot of mass. It doesn't have a lot of body panels. I mean, you just have a big fuel tank, some panels at the side, a large seat, and that's about it. And I genuinely feel it's really good to look at. There are a few more bits that enhances the overall appeal of the motorcycle. Things like 4 gaiters, rim tapes and some great stickers on the tank and side panels churns out the urban feel of the bike. Now let's talk quality. Well, the Hunter 350 feels solid. The overall fit and finish are nicely done and even the paint feels premium. The chassis welds are appreciable. So are the switchgear. The touch and feel of the buttons are good too. Now one of the main things I like about the Hunter 350 is its overall sitting comfort. And I think that's because it fits all the sizes. I'm a tall dude and I've spent many hours over the last 2 days and I just really enjoyed the way the motorcycle feels when you're on the saddle. The handlebar is placed not too close to the body. And because the pegs are center set, you get a neutral riding position. But I have to tell you this about the seat. It is comfortable and wide, and that's why I got so much room to move around. Now the engine that powers the Hunter 350 is the same 349cc single cylinder air-cooled motor. It's the same engine that we see on the Meteor and the Classic. So we're talking the same power figures, similar compression ratios. In fact, the 5-speed gearbox that we see on this bike, again, has been borrowed from both the bikes. This Royal Enfield is the fastest and the quickest of all the new 350s, and that's because this bike is considerably lighter, almost 14 kilos lighter than the Classic 350. As a result of this, the Hunter 350 is super eager to go off the line. The bike feels marginally peppier in the initial revs. The rest of the performance from this single-cylinder engine is almost similar. The flat torque delivery allows you to do some quick overtakes. The engine is also tractable. I mean, when I say tractable, I weigh close to 90 kilos and I managed to do 40 km per hour in 5th gear. The refinement and NVH levels are pretty good too. There are some minor vibes, but that kicks in post 80 km per hour and it is just limited to the handlebar. The Hunter gets smaller 17-inch wheels and has slightly more cornering clearance. When you combine all these aspects, you get a motorcycle that is super fun to ride in the city and also on the corners. I love the way this motorcycle moves around. It is quick in its feet, it loves to be handled in city traffic. The turning radius is decent and in case you are stuck between two tightly parked motorcycles, you can handle the motorcycle without getting on the seat. The only city aspect I didn't like about this bike is the heavy clutch. For a bike this size and in this segment, light clutch was a must. Now if you're one of those who has a thing for spirited riding, you should know that this chassis will let you have some fun. It's just that the engine restricts your fun to a limit. It doesn't like to stay at higher RPMs at all. The brakes work well. It offers decent power and bite, but the front brake lever needs some effort to get the bike to a complete stop. The Hunter 350 borrows the instrument cluster from the Meteor, so it gets the same ride data display unit, part analog and part digital. The screen shows some decent ride information like trip meters, gear position indicator, service due and a clock. Sadly, this motorcycle doesn't get the GPS screen as a standard. You will have to pay for it and get it installed as an accessory. It's a clear way to keep cost in check by Royal Enfield. There's a USB port placed right under the left switchgear. This one works well and I didn't face any issues while charging in the light rains. The Hunter is positioned as a modern urban motorcycle, but it doesn't get LED headlights nor does it get any LED turn indicators. There is dual channel ABS as standard, so is alloy wheels with tubeless tires. Now it's time to address the most important question. Kitna deti hai? I say it's the most important because the buyer for the Royal Enfield Hunter 350, these are customers who have been riding 125cc, 150cc motorcycles for many years. And for those set of buyers, fuel efficiency is extremely important. So, Royal Enfield claims a WMTC fuel efficiency figure of 36.2 km to a litre, and our figure it's almost similar. It gave us 36 km per litre, and that is from our city test. So with a fuel tank capacity of around 13 litres, we are looking something close to 400 kilometers in one single tank. I mean, it could get more as well, but we recommend you to not use the entire fuel because it's a fuel injected motor. So at least you need to have 2 litres of fuel in it all the time. Now, should you buy the new Royal Enfield Hunter 350? Well, the answer is a big yes, provided you have been riding a 125cc, 150cc motorcycles for many, many years, because this bike is for people who have been commuting on entry-level commuters, but you want something bigger, you want something aspirational, you want to be part of a brand that's just more than about bikes. And for a lot of reasons, the Hunter 350 makes perfect sense. I say that because it has an accessible seat height, it is the lightest Royal Enfield ever, and then you also have the overall sitting ergonomics, which I find it extremely comfortable. Then you have that 350cc engine. It's torquey, it's refined, it churns out decent performance, and like I've told you, the fuel efficiency figure is pretty good as well. But you also need to know certain drawbacks of the motorcycle. It doesn't have a lot of features because there are other motorcycles in the segment that offers a lot more than what the Hunter does. And then you also have the stiff ride quality, which is I'm not really happy about because it's a city bike, it's an urban bike. You need to be comfortable throughout your riding experience. And finally, the overall road presence. I mean, the bike is obviously much smaller, right? So I think the overall road presence aspect can be taken care of. How? You can just buy the Meteor or the Classic 350. But as of now, if you are in the market for a motorcycle that's easy to ride and you want to spend not more than 1.7, 1.8 lakh rupees on the road, the Hunter 350 is the bike for you.